We're going in blind.
Oh.
V's going in blind. Welcome to ASKRG. V has no idea what the questions are. That's why he's going like this.
I'm ready. Bring it on, Ashley.
He's ready. So welcome to another session of
Bring it on.
ASKRG. Are you really gonna stay like this the whole time?
Yeah. Bring it on.
Bringing it on. He has no idea what I'm gonna do to him. Okay, from Moishi. Whoa, cool name. The Real Madrid board is unhappy with Adidas because they only earned 31.5 million from Adidas for winning the Champions League, while Man United earned 100 million from Adidas. Ah, so little money. Gosh, do you think Real Madrid will ditch Adidas for Nike?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that will happen. There have been some talks about that, but still, you know, I don't know how those contracts work. Like, I don't know if Real Madrid should have got more money for winning the Champions League. I don't know what's on the contract. Like, maybe Manchester United got more money because they had big signings. They signed Pogba and Ibrahimovic. So I don't really know how that works.
Yeah.
So are they going to ditch him? I don't think so. Some people say that, oh, Adidas is kind of part of the Real Madrid imagery, historical imagery, which I don't agree with, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Like you said, I have no, yeah, I can take you seriously.
You never take me seriously.
I
anyway.
do take you seriously sometimes. I have no idea what their contracts are. I mean, I could understand maybe from Real Madrid's point of view, they think they deserve more money, but I don't necessarily know if it has to do with winning the Champions League. Like you said, it could be contractual obligations because of players that they've brought in, Manchester United bringing in Pogba, big names, Ibrahimovic selling more jerseys, blah, blah, blah. I have no idea. Will they ditch Adidas for Nike? I don't know, but I like Nike better. I'm a Nike girl.
I don't really care.
I think Nike, but if I'm talking just kits, I think Nike kits across the board are more interesting.
That's debatable.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, look at what you're wearing right now.
I know, this is a cool top, but I mean, but I'm sure that if this was a Nike top, it'd be cooler. Ooh, Nike football, where you at?
Next question.
Moving on, Stefan Schwarzmeier.
Oh, Steven Schwarzmeier.
What do you think?
How can you not know Steven Schwarzmeier?
Because you answer more questions than me online.
I do.
Okay, what do you think of Kroos and Kovacic as ZDM? I think he might mean a defensive center mid.
Like both of them together?
Or just individually. I think in games like against Sporting, Casemiro isn't that important when we have to attack and dominate the game.
I like both of them, and I think they have different qualities, different characteristics. I like Kovacic's characteristics because he's, I think he's faster, he runs a bit more, he can cover more ground, like both offensively and defensively. But I think Kroos is a more like mature,
certainly,
kind of, like has more quality, like a better vision of the game for sure. Like, maybe if both of them like use one touch, probably Kroos's touch will be a better touch for the overall, whatever of the game.
Okay.
Like for what we need. But I like both of them, and I think I would like to see them play together a lot, more than what they are playing together so far.
Yeah, playing together. Okay. Let's see, in games like Sporting without Casemiro, okay. So I don't think any of them are a great replacement. I'm not exactly sure what he's asking this question, but I don't think either of them is a great replacement for Casemiro because I think their qualities are more offensive. I mean, they have good defensive qualities, but I don't think their number one quality is sitting back and holding and playing in a defensive role. That being said, Kroos or Kovacic, I think, like you said, I think Kroos is a little bit more refined, a little bit of a smarter player, though that's not to take anything away from Kovacic. I just think he's a little bit green. But I like both of their qualities. When we need to attack and dominate, I like both of them on the attack. They're very different. Kroos plays those long balls. Kovacic likes to dribble at the defense, and quickly, he does it quickly, which I like. And he's good at it. I mean, he has that breakaway first touch speed, and that's really great. So yeah, I'm not sure if we answered that question. We talked in circles. Great, cool, next question. Noob Gamer, who is better? Okay, this is a very controversial question, maybe. Neymar or Bale, and we'll take away being Real Madrid fans from this because I think that's fair. We're gonna judge them based on just being players.
Well, I mean, if just, judging on just being players, I'd say Neymar is better. Like, he has achieved more. He scored, I mean, if we're talking about, strikers or offensive players, like he scored more goals. And I think he has I would say Bale is a more complete player, like in the physical department, like he can do more things better. Like, he's better at like heading the ball. He's probably faster, and like he can shoot. more powerfully. But I'd say that, for a striker, like the abilities that Neymar has have proven to be more helpful for him.
Okay.
He's a better dribbler. He has definitely more like technical qualities, like, with like fine motor skills for sure. And yeah, so far, he has achieved more at a lower age than Bale.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I would agree. I think if we're comparing them player for player, they're a little bit different. I think Bale is certainly the more powerful.
Yeah.
Physically, I think he would dominate Neymar. But I don't think Neymar's game is physical. I think Neymar's game is that joga bonito that we see, that we miss from Brazil, those times.
I think for me, like what kind of could sum it up is like the face you see on defenders' face when they have to face both of them.
Right.
And I think like they're normally more scared. They look more terrified when they have to face Neymar, probably because of he can embarrass them.
Right, his dribbling skills are incredible, and he has a way of making. And he's a quick player, but he has a way of making fast players look slow and good defenders look bad.
Yeah.
Really, he truly does. So he has a special gift in dribbling. I guess I don't know. I think they're so different. I guess I would say. Neymar? I don't know.
I say Neymar.
Okay, cool. No problem. B, this is for you. ASKRG says, Vitaly, I'm sorry if it's spelled incorrectly, which it is. It's only one Y.
It's a Vitaly. It's like
Not
Italy
two.
with a V.
Not two.
That's how it is.
When will they get it right? His question is, why do you not like Guti? What did Guti ever do to you?
I didn't do anything to me, really, to be honest with you, but I think speaking purely or solely about talent, he's probably one of the most talented players I have seen.
Okay.
And, to see him kind of throw away that talent for, or waste that talent for the wrong reasons.
Like?
It's like, being focused on something else, like, dating models and like being on TV shows and, partying too much.
Okay.
And complaining and crying and it's just like, basically just like playing whenever he felt like playing. It was something I didn't like, and the fact that he's a great player, but like he never became important in the national team in a time where he could have. But he never played a minute in a World Cup or in a Euro Cup. He never played a minute in a final of the Champions League with Real Madrid. Being integral for some of the Champions Leagues that Real Madrid had. I don't know. I just think it speaks kind of volumes of like a player with. A massive talent.
He didn't live up to his potential.
Yeah, and I think that was his fault because he's not a smart guy. Yeah, I don't think he's a smart guy.
What bothers you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like to have so much talent
and
just waste him because you're an idiot, then that's my opinion.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not changing it.
Don't change. Be you. Don't change for anyone. There's only one of you, and you're unique. Hashtag. From Tyler Simon, next question. Out of all the players we were linked with this summer, who were you most disappointed we didn't sign?
Good. Most disappointed I didn't sign Lewandowski.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I'm liking Morata and this whole Benzema kind of soap opera that we're starting to have because, he doesn't really, get fit. And it seems like we're going to be waiting until May for Benzema to be match fit. But I would say Lewandowski, maybe Alaba. Although I don't think we need him now, but I think we'll sign him in the future. And none of the players that, people were craving for in the midfield, like, Pogba or Kanté, none of them, no.
I think I would have said Alaba. I'm not a huge fan of Contral. Alaba because he could sort of fit in anywhere in the defense as well. And as we saw, Marcelo just got hurt. And I sort of wish we would have signed, it didn't necessarily have to be Kanté, it could have been any other center defensive mid. I would have liked to see, just because we kind of find ourselves in that position now again when we're bringing Kroos back in to play a role that he's not necessarily the best at, or we don't get the best of Kroos when we play him in that defensive role. So I kind of wish we had someone to just stick back there if or when Casemiro gets hurt, which just happened.
Yeah, so, it's true.
That's a bummer.
And there were some good options. Matic was a good option, probably my favorite. A lot of you say William Carvalho, not at all.
No?
No, or Kanté, Pogba is not really that, I don't know.
Defensive. That would be a waste of his...
For me, like to go back to your question, it was Lewandowski.
Okay. And for me, to go back to your question, maybe Alaba. Okay.
Alaba.
Okay, moving on. Alex Ganikov. He knows all of you guys. You're so good at this.
Of course I do.
Do you think we should focus more on the Champions League or La Liga this year?
I think, I mean, we've talked about this many times, and I think we should focus on both. We now have a squad that, you know, despite some injuries that we already have, and we will have more, you know, like every team.
Later in the season.
I think we should focus on all of them. But again, if I had to choose one, I would say La Liga. You know, I wouldn't mind not winning the Champions League for a couple more years. We've won 2 in the last 3 years. That's great. We're kind of back on top. I mean, we were always on top, but of, you know, Champions League, let's say palmarès or trophy count. But La Liga is something that we have a. La Liga has a debt.
We've won how many in the last?
Ligas? 2.
2.
One with well, in the last 10 years, maybe 3. One with Capello 10 years ago. One with Schuster the year after, and then Mourinho's. Like in the last 8 years, we've won one. Yeah.
And that's terrible. So yeah, I think La Liga, if we're gonna choose, Champions League is awesome to win, but you know what? We can't focus an entire season or on Champions League. It's great, we'll make it far. I'm sure we will make it at least to quarterfinals, and that's a great feat. And if we finish at the top of our league or win the league, we'll always be qualifying for Champions. And I just think it's something special to be able to win the league and make it.
And as a Galactico, I've already won the Champions League, and I want to win the Liga.
Right.
You know, as a Galactico.
Okay. And our very last question to wrap this segment up: what do you think? This is from Guy Ben
Shitrit.
Can I say that? What do you think what do you think will be the Real Madrid lineup in 3 years' time? Will Ronaldo start? Will Zidane be our manager?
Wow. I don't know. What I can tell you is some players that I do think will stay and they'll be like you know, the backbone of the team.
Okay.
I'm sure in 3 years, Carvajal will be probably the best right back in the world, and you know, start Real Madrid. Probably Varane.
Agree.
Definitely, I'd like to see Kovacic stay and becoming more of an important, and Casemiro maybe.
Okay.
And probably in 3 years' time, still Gareth Bale.
And Mo?
Modric, or maybe Morata, I don't know, but those 3 for sure.
Okay.
Like Kovacic, Varane, Carvajal, maybe Casemiro.
Okay.
And like other players, like how can I know? You know, like there's no way of knowing, because I don't know. Like think about, you know, the years or 3 years before Cristiano came into the scene. If you had asked me this question, nobody would have thought about Cristiano, and then 3 years after, Cristiano was Cristiano.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Do you know what I mean? That's the important thing.
Okay, do you know he's an he
doesn't. She doesn't have to know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I hope Zidane will still be our manager. I think in 3 years' time, Ronaldo will not be starting.
I would love that, but I'll bet my life that in 3 years Zidane will not be the manager of this team.
Oh, that would be amazing if you
would. It would, yeah, I would love that.
I thought you were talking about you were betting your life on Cristiano.
No.
Cristiano.
No.
Okay. And lineup, I agree with those people you're saying. I'd like to see Keylor Navas still being in goal. I don't know. He's 29 now, so who really knows? Carvajal, yep, Varane. I think the young guys, I'd love to see all of them staying here. Asensio and being successful. Asensio, Morata. I would love to see James being successful here. Isco, we forgot about James. Yeah. Isco as well. Kovacic as well. Modric, I think he's sort of on his last great years. Maybe he won't be starting, but I think he will probably still be in the lineup. Cruz, Bale. So, yeah. Does that answer your question? That's it. Those are all the questions.
We hope you enjoyed those questions and those answers especially. And thank you, Ashley, for hosting this beautiful show. And give us a like and subscribe.
Whatever it is.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.